Hello everyone, my name is Saket. I am an automobile designer. I love to create design content. If you are following me, this series is all about the second phase of design exams, which involves studio test, portfolio, and an interview. Last video we talked about studio test in detail. Now if you have missed that video, please watch that after finishing this video. Today's video is very important because we'll be talking about the type of questions which are usually asked in the studio test. Now, I was very surprised to see that there is very little content on this topic, and students are completely clueless about what type of questions they asked in the studio test. And that's why most of you have asked me this question on my Instagram as well. Now, these type of videos take a lot of efforts. It's actually midnight over here. And if you like this kind of content, make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button, and share this with your friends and family. Having said that, let's start the video. Now the first category of question is doodling, visualization / quick sketching. Now to understand this category, let's see some examples which were asked in previous years. Now the first question is, students are supposed to do some doodle drawings. 12 frames are provided, some random lines are provided in the frames. Students are supposed to complete the frames and provide captions. And the second question is, draw an object from various point of views. Probably an object or a product was kept in front of the students and students were asked to sketch different point of views. For example, the bird's eye view or the goat's view or the human eye view, something like that. Now, before jumping into what is the purpose of these type of questions, let's first understand what are the doodles. Now, doodles are not beautiful drawings or sketches. Doodles are done very quickly to convey the idea. Now, doodling is very important skill when it comes to design. In any type of design, there will be so many stakeholders, non-designer stakeholders, and you will be again and again required to sketch doodles to convey your idea. For example, tomorrow if you are dealing with an engineer and you just want to tell him that what kind of a concept you want, so you'll have to make some quick doodles and tell him, okay, this is what I want, will it be feasible, will you be able to achieve in the real time? All those type of negotiations will require doodles, and that's why the skill of doodling is very important. Let's see first example. They are asking you to complete the given lines. So here they are definitely testing your creativity. They are testing your visualization skills. You have to do 12 frames and probably you would have given like 30-40 minutes for this exercise. So you have to do quick sketching / doodling, and that's what they want to test over here. In the second question, they are asking you to sketch different point of views. So here they want to see through your doodles if you have the sense of proportion, sense of visualization from different views. So all those things will be tested in these type of questions. I hope you understood this category of question. Moving to the second category of question. Now this is very interesting. Here they are gonna test your sensory abilities. Sometimes they also call this category as audio video questions. Now to understand this category, let's first see some of the examples. Now here is one example which I found, which says you are provided with pictures having numbers of some objects / creatures below. You will be made to hear some sounds. Write down the correct picture's number corresponding to the sound you hear in the empty space provided to you. Pictures provided with numbers: zip, cock, train, hen, drill machine, hair dryer, radio, mixer, mobile, flush. In this task, you have to hear very closely what kind of sounds they are making. You have to observe the numbers and the related and remember the related objects also, and in the end you will have to connect them together and put it there in the answer sheet. Now this is a very creative type of question, and here they'll be testing all your observation and listening skills. I think through this example you have already understood why these type of questions are asked. If you are able to have that attention to details and the ability to feel things and understand the context behind it. I hope you have understood this category of questions. Moving to the third category, I have seen these type of questions asked again and again in all types of design exams, and these are very interesting. They are your general observations, and the general observation is not something which you have observed in your college where you are going daily. To understand this question, let's see some of the examples which were asked before. The first question is, explain in detail what all you saw at the entrance gate of NID campus. The second example is, describe and sketch 5 interesting things which you noticed in the foyer. Question number 3, what did you eat today? Describe the ingredients used to cook that. You must have got a sense of what kind of observations they are talking about. Now, what is the purpose behind it? As a designer, your observation skills are probably one of the most important skills you need to have. Observations are something which will help you grow. Observations are something which will help you grow your visual library. And more visual library you have, it will be easier for you to deal with real life situations. And that's why this is a very important category of questions. They want to see intuitionally, unknowingly, consciously, how curious you are about things, how observant you are around you. All those things they want to see in these type of questions. Now imagine if somebody is going to NID with lot of stress, he'll be completely worried about the question paper. But here they are only asking about your general observation. Now let's move to the next category of questions, which is simulation of an existing product. Now to understand this category, let's see one example. The question is, make a wristwatch showing all the features, time setting knob, the latching arrangement, dial, minute and hour hand, etc. And then you are provided with some materials like aluminum sheet, wires, transparent plastic sheets, colored paper sheets. Now all these things are given and you are supposed to make a wristwatch which should have these kind of features. They want to see your awareness about day-to-day routine objects. So basically, if you are curious about things or not, if you are curious about things, you will definitely observe small things. You will definitely observe the working mechanisms. For example, I have this watch. I don't know if you are able to see this or not, but this watch has a very different sort of a mechanism. And if you are curious enough, you will go to study what kind of a mechanism it has used, and those type of curiosity / observation skills about day-to-day routine objects they want to study here. Along with this, they want to simulate that product with the limited amount of materials which are given to you, and that's why they want to see your material handling ability as well, how you can understand the properties of different materials and can you handle them in a way to create something meaningful at the end. I hope you understood this category of question as well. Let's move to the next category. The next category is design problem solving. To understand this category, let's first see one example. The example is, you will have to make a holder which can hold 3 cups at a time in such a manner that it starts from point A to B. No adhesive to be used. You have given 45 minutes and then you have provided with these kind of materials. Now, what will be the purpose behind these kind of problems? They want to see your problem solving skills. Here you have given a specific task to complete. You have an objective to fulfill, and then you are given basic limited amount of resources, and then you have to make something very meaningful. Now this is a typical design question, and this is very close to the real time problem solving. Like for example, these kind of things you will be doing in your day-to-day routines also to solve your own sort of problems. And that's why these kind of questions, they are very important. They will show your capability to understand problems. They will show your capability to solve these problems. They will show your capability to material handling, and obviously you can show your creativity through these things. I hope you understood this final category as well. Now, along with these questions, I also came across some miscellaneous questions which were not fitting in these categories, because studio test and design exams are so subjective. Like, you should be prepared to face anything unpredictable, and that's why these type of questions might also come. So for example, I came across this question where they have asked to mold a mug out of the clay provided to you. Now this has nothing to do with previous categories, but they want to see your material handling probably, and that's why they're asking you this question. Second question is, make a paper cube of 10 centimeter side without any measuring device. Materials provided are cutter, paper and pins. So basically they want to see your ability to understand dimension, how observant you are, how sensitive you are to the dimensions. So probably that they want to see in these type of questions. I hope these type of questions will help you. I hope these type of questions will come in the exam. Just before concluding this video, I wanna stress on this point that design studio tests are very subjective. They are testing your creative ability. So you can't literally prepare for these kind of questions. What I recommend is, in the next few days, you should start observing things around you. You should get curious about the mechanisms and working of different things in your room. You should observe small details. For example, in this room, this lamp, why it has an amber sort of a lighting, what kind of a mood it is creating, what kind of a material it has. It is not completely transparent, it is not completely opaque, it is in between. Why is that? So you start observing small details and you will understand. You will have more observation and more sensitivity towards these things, and having done that, it will be very easy for you to deal with any sort of problems which they will give you at that moment. I really hope this video has helped you. This video has given some clarity around studio test. If you have missed the previous video on studio test, please watch that so that you will understand what is studio test, how to appear for that, and how to excel, all those things. If you're liking these kind of video content, make sure you hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.